So we are learning this karmic cycle. I think it's coming in over and over, maybe in small ways. Like we keep getting tested. Are you gonna give yourself rest? Are you gonna honor this feminine energy? Are you gonna wait and let things come to you? You might. Hi Pisces, Bailey B hanging out for another intuitive reading to help you explore your subconscious and see what's going on. Thank you for being here. I intend for this reading to give you something fascinating to think about, and I hope you can use that information to lead you to more safety and more fulfillment. I want you to check in with your own intuition to see what feels true and only pick up what's resonating with you. There are lots of other videos on my channel, so if you see one with a title that sticks out, maybe that is a reading for you instead. All of my readings are timeless, so you're always welcome to go back and get some good, juicy information from those from the past as well. Also, hit the like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. Still trying to grow the channel to 1,000 followers. So we are doing more free reading giveaways. If you comment below, you'll be entered to win, and I'll be drawing a winner from all the comments by April 1st. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to do, I've been feeling like I wanted to read about what's been keeping us stuck. I've found this theme in a lot of our readings recently, like we're feeling this stuck energy. So I want to dig into that, what's been keeping us stuck and what can we do to get unstuck. So let's get two main energies here from the Lisa Sterl Modern Witch Tarot deck. What is keeping Pisces stuck? What is it that... Ooh. The Hanged One. Interesting. So this is actually telling me that this might be on purpose. Like this isn't necessarily a negative stuck feeling. Maybe we're being asked to slow down and to take a pause. Maybe the break is for us to see something from a different perspective. We might feel like we got caught up in a trap and that we didn't choose this necessarily, but it seems to me here that you've found your peace with it and you've really gained some wisdom and insight from this way of seeing from a different perspective. You're glowing, Pisces. So yeah, that's interesting. That's what's been keeping us stuck. It's almost like we were meant to be there. All right, so how do we get unstuck? When do we get unstuck? Or what is the deal? What does the unstuck part come? Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. Clearly, we get unstuck. We have this beautiful picture of abundance, of adventure, of nurturing, plenty, beauty, just all kinds of wonderful qualities that we strive for in our everyday lives. This is maybe a call to respect this feminine energy more in your life. Maybe it's time to start relaxing more, start nurturing yourself more, nurturing your surroundings more. There is an anxiety rabbit here, so I know it's always difficult, especially in our culture, to focus on feminine things without a hint of guilt or anxiety about not being valued, because typically in our culture we only value the more masculine traits and things that the way things are structured in our society. Point being, it's not easy to embrace this Queen of Pentacles energy, but it is something that's super necessary for us to have long-term fulfilling lives. We can't continue on like robots. We're not robots. We are human beings. And I think the feminine in all of us calls us back to that more kind of like primal side that we're taught to ignore and regiment in our current culture. This is also just my experience. Y'all might not have this similar experience. You might have a totally different experience of masculinity and femininity from where you are. This basically just means that embracing the feminine, sitting back, taking a pause, enjoying sitting back and letting things come to you, realizing that it is an attractive energy that works within the feminine. And it can be stubborn and very persistent. Look, the animal on this card is a goat. Like, there's, if you've ever met a goat in real life, they can be very aggressive when they don't want to do something, or when, they're in a mood. That particular animal is also Aries, so that might have something to do with you specifically. Put it where it goes. My mother is an Aries, so that could be a mothering energy, talking about leaning into mother yourself as well. This could be the way out of this hanged man energy, this pause. Although, again, maybe the stuckness is on purpose. Maybe we're supposed to just revel in it, take bubble baths, appreciate life, journal, do all the you know, wishful, frilly things that we always think we're too busy to do. Like, get out some tea and like put it in an actual pot that you pour it from and make it all cute, or go lay in a hammock and read a book. When's the last time you did that? Those are the kinds of like things I'm feeling here. Just really nurturing things that we can do for ourselves. And it's like, it sounds decadent, but it's really not. It's just basic, like enjoying life stuff, just enjoying your minutes, here on this planet. So if that is what the stuckness is getting you to see or to feel, then I think that, this stuck energy has actually really been worth it, and for a purpose. So that makes me feel really a lot better about feeling stuck. All right, break this just once. Let's get some clarifiers out here for the Hanged One energy. What is this Hanged One energy? The Tower card. Yeah, like, we needed this. I just saw a picture of like slamming on brakes and things just like falling forward, because this was an abrupt change in the way the pace that you were used to moving. So yeah, it's like being in a car, you're going really fast, you slam on the brakes, and like everything just keeps going at that pace. It's so shocking. You end up like falling forward, kind of like falling out of this tower. But yeah, you had to break the pace. It wasn't going to keep working. It wasn't sustainable at the pace that you had been going at. So this abrupt change in energy, this stuckness, this place of in between and like kind of hanging in there, and it's uncomfortable and you're not sure what's happening next. That was necessary for you to change the pace of which you were living your life. That's what I'm sensing here. All right, one more energy for this Hanged One. What is this Hanged One energy for Pisces? The Seven of Swords. Interesting. It's funny, in the last reading we also had the Seven of Swords, but it was in the Osho deck, so it was like about politics. Here I'm seeing this again as like you're going through this change, but you're not really like flaunting it. You're not telling people about it. You're almost like, maybe you feel like you're like sneaking this time of rest for yourself. Like, I know a lot of times we feel guilty doing those things because we're in a, again, like, sorry to always preach about society, but it's just, we're all familiar with these feelings, right? I don't want to act like they're not there. There are so many days where we wake up and we're like, oh my God, I wish I didn't have to go to work today. Like, this is just too much. Like, 5 days a week, I never get any time to do the things I need to do. There's not a lot of help with things like laundry and food and cooking and raising the family and just getting basic needs met, right? So this is what we have to deal with in real life. So I just want to put it out there that, like, I don't want to talk about it like it's not there. Anyway, this is about you being able to steal time for yourself to slow down. And you might not be telling everyone about it, like I said, because not everyone respects those needs to rest, to rejuvenate. And I'm talking, there's 7 swords here. You may have taken 7 weeks off or 7 months off. Hell, 7 years sometimes it takes people to recover from massive burnout if you're, neurodivergent or have some other chronic difference than people that were expected to be functioning as in society. People that can go to work from 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year with maybe a week off for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? If even that. Some people in the industry, like service and entertainment, they don't have weekends. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox and we'll move on to the Queen of Pentacles. All I want to say is that don't be ashamed or embarrassed or hide it from people. Do whatever you have to do to get this rest that you need. But like seriously, it is not something that you need to be ashamed of. It is 100% a human need for rest and for a break in the brain power that we exude and use every single day on this planet. So good for you for stealing that time for yourself, Pisces. What is this Queen of Pentacles energy that we are embracing? What about the Queen of Pentacles? Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. That's really interesting. And the World card on the back of the deck. So we are learning this karmic cycle. I think it's coming in over and over, maybe in small ways. Like we keep getting tested. Are you going to give yourself rest? Are you going to honor this feminine energy? Are you going to wait and let things come to you? You might fail some of the tests. You might pass some of the tests. Again, the word fail, I think, is so harsh. You might pick different things at different times, and they might have different outcomes for you, but you're honing in which outcomes work for you and are best for you. So this is a learning cycle that you're going through, right? Trying to embrace this feminine energy. The Page of Wands is adventure, new beginnings, being sort of a new traveler and needing to grow into this wonderful adventure that you're going on, knowing that you're going to grow into a different person after this adventure is finished. You have hope for whatever's coming forward. And I think this is what is preserved when we honor our Queen of Pentacles energy. If you're resting, rejuvenating, and propping up your foundation enough, so much like the Queen of Pentacles, that you're able to set out on an adventure fully equipped with confidence, that is something very nurturing that we can do for ourselves. We can allow ourselves to embrace the uncomfortableness of being a newbie at something, but really going at something with passion and embracing like the vulnerability that comes with that initial setting off on that adventure. The Ace of Swords is a new idea that brings victory, success, a clarity of mind that actually sets alight your passions. These are fire flames, fire flames. This is a palm frond and a laurel branch here. They both represent victory and success. There is a landscape here that you are clearly setting out to travel. Look at this landscape here in the background. It's like you're starting here with these pyramids, and then you're heading out into more mountains, and then you come to the mountain top and look at you. You're fighting for what you believe in. You're taking the high road. You might have a lot of different things along the way that you are confronted with. Maybe this is this karmic lesson that I was talking about. You're hit with oh, I need you to do some extra work, and you have to say, no, I need to draw a boundary here. Or somebody's like, oh, you've been so selfish lately, and you feel terrible about it, but you're like, no, I'm going to respect the fact that I'm respecting myself and not let it make me feel guilty. And then somebody else is like, oh, you know, like, do you want to contribute, this other thing that you're really good at, but that you really kind of don't like doing for like your kids' class? So say you're like great at baking and everyone always expects you to bake, but you really don't like doing it. You can say no. That's like you blocking it again. This is you standing up for the thing that you want, you believe in, making time for the thing that you want to bring out into the world. And you have like a clarity of vision on this, and you have the renewed energy in order to go out on this adventure. I really believe in you. I'm like super hyped about this right now, Pisces. So get into that Queen of Pentacles energy, nest, rest, let things come to you, and that is going to prepare you for this adventure coming towards you. And this in itself could be an adventure. You learning how to pamper yourself, have a self-care routine, being able to do the things that you want to do. Maybe you're going to take vocal lessons or writing classes or cooking classes, whatever it is that like you feel like doing. And you're not going to be ashamed about it. You're going to stand up for the vision that you have for yourself. You're going to embrace nurturing yourself. And I'm super proud of you for doing that, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This was a short one, but press the like button if you enjoyed it. I want to do some shorter ones mixed in here with the longer ones so that you guys have more time to do other things in your life. I know you're not going to be watching me all the time, but I hope you like them. Let me know what you think about the short versus the longer content. I might just keep mixing them in. It's kind of hard to tell when a reading is going to stop, so hit the subscribe button if you want to see me here every other day. It really helps my channel grow, and it makes it worth me coming here and giving this time to y'all when I know that you guys are there and you're giving energy back to me and helping me grow my channel as well. I love you, Pisces. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope you live long and prosper.